Well, welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Okay, so where are we at? Well, at the moment we're heading to science. I'll show you what I've done since last time. Oh, but also, by the way, we're on 0.16.27, so we now have refined concrete and refined hazard concrete for what it's worth. It's not been our highest priorities to worry about paths, but maybe when things settle down we will start putting some paths in just so we can get around a little bit more easily when we're off our train. So copper smelting 2 is the thing we were working on last time. That stack is basically complete, although I'm not sure if I've implemented... it looks like I have actually. Yeah, so copper smelting 2 is pretty complete. I then promised I would do the same to iron smelting 1, and I basically have, including fixing up this stacker. We had to adjust here. The corner was a sharp corner when the stacker got in the way, but that's fine, as you can see. And I thought I would have issues with oil, but I do believe that everything is okay with just a slight deviation. So yeah, there's iron 1, and I'm pretty sure this one I need to do some more of the signals, but we'll have to come back to that. I'm not going to do it just at the second. Also, this one out here is now labelled correctly. All the miners are deployed. Looks like I need one more radar out here. This is the outer perimeter, which I had to break to do iron 17. And I needed some landfill, so I created a landfill stop here, but we can probably get rid of that now. So these are missing bots, and that's actually why I halted. You can see this supply outpost is open. It still wants about 1,500 bots, and until it gets that, there's probably not much point in me trying to finish this off and then deploying the trains and finishing off the fuel stop, which hasn't been done yet. So I've left this on pause and I have come to science, and the reason I have done that is because there's still tons of construction to go and it's sort of dragging out. Now I originally, and actually I'm gonna drive. We're gonna travel a short distance. Originally I was kind of hoping to see what impact our optimizations were going to have versus what impact the higher level of science would have. That was kind of my thinking behind delaying doing science. But yeah, somewhere about here will do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a path here for my train. So, and of course I choose a spot with trees. That's almost inevitable at this point in the game, isn't it? In spite of all the trees we've cleared, let's clear some more. So we're not going to need them or them or them just at the moment. So yes, we are going to go back to getting science running, and we're going to get it running early, even though we haven't finished everything, so that we'll effectively be starved of resources. We will get it running and get some benefit from the improved bot speed, because we know we're going to need it. It's just a matter of time. And although there's a certain attraction to me in having like a perpetual Factorio that never ends, I'm sure, given that I'm turning this one into a something of a spectacle, it would be preferable that we actually do get to our objectives in some reasonable order. So with that in mind, let's build our path for our engineering train. And actually, I only really need a single track from this point. Let's build that one first. It might work a little bit more easily. Come on, you know you want to. It's just a matter of getting the right spot. And we're going to run out of rail fairly soon, so let's grab a bit more. Right, so I think what I want to do is come up in about here. We might as well just drive more or less straight up, except for the inevitable trees, of course. So, yeah, I mean, I want a way to come and observe the glory of the launch site. So this will kind of be it. What I might do actually is jump out and work out where I want it to go. Actually, maybe I'll have it just stop over here somewhere, so it's kind of out of the way. Something like that. Quite sure why they couldn't just connect directly on the end, but never mind. So that gives me the opportunity to get the engineering train up here. And this should be like hashtag launch silo or something. Hashtag silo will do. Right, you go to hashtag silo. Until told otherwise. Now, this is the train that we want to get moving with. Basically, what I want is to there. We'll make it two-way because we'll have probably about 4 of these trains. What I could do with is a bit of fuel. Well, I've got wood. I guess that will do. Fuel. Burn up some of this wood. Why don't I just go like that? How much science do you have on there? That is a truckload. So there's 160,000 science on that, which is probably a little bit too much. What I think I'll do is like that. So the 4 trains together will be 40,000 science each. That should be plenty. Wow. That really is quite slow, isn't it? Let's get some more rail. How's this? And maybe some more signals. And a few of these. Rail. And we will make our way over to the rest of the before we get in, let's just take our whoops, no, we don't have room for them. Take our legs off. Maybe we'll do that as soon as we have some room. Shouldn't be too long. sections of rail should just about do it. There you go. It's already done. Okay, so let's get bot charging in. Oh, I must have put my reactors down somewhere. Are they on this? Not that I can see. Okay. Well, wherever they are, I will have to dig them out at some future point. Do I have another armor? I do. You've only got one reactor on you, though. Never mind. Okay, so we are heading towards this. I guess what we'll do is we'll get towards it, we'll curl above it, and then, you know, kind of do that. Or we could just come straight up. It seems a little bit wasteful, though. We could use this for something. Not sure what. Maybe we'll just head straight up and then over. But that still means that we need a little bit more of this rail in the meantime. Probably don't really need the wires, because the trains on this, of course, will be controlled by our system up here. And I don't know why I am bothering so much with protecting these small sources of uranium, because we haven't even exhausted the first sort of main one that we used. Yeah, I'll just head straight up. May as well. This wood really makes this train feel sluggish. How are we going on the consumption of wood? We've already used a little bit of it. That's one way to get rid of it. Not the best way, though. And of course we run into some trees. Alright, let's make a bit of a hole in the trees. Can always use it for fuel. So yeah, we'll get the space science train delivering space science, and oh, signals have gone into auto trash. That wasn't quite what I had in mind. Probably why we ran out. We'll get this train up and running, and then we'll get some research happening for faster bot speed. And coming through here, we're going to need some landfill, probably. Let me just check if there's any on this train. Doesn't look likely. I do believe there is some back at here, though, that make everything. Yeah, 6.2 thousand, which is quite a lot, in fact. Maybe we could head back there, grab some landfill quickly. But certainly, I could probably actually have come down through here, which maybe is a better option. No, because it's so close to here. We don't actually need anything above this point. So, all of this can kind of go. So I could actually snake it through here and get away without landfill, but it seems like that's probably not exactly what we want. Now we're full of rail. and garbage. Alright. Actually, you could turn into some landfill. I'm not going to go the whole way up there. So I mean, ideally, we're going to have to get all the way up above the full extent of red science, which will be somewhere around about here. In fact, we could probably get a gauge. I'm not stamping this down, it's not correct anyway, but yeah, so that's basically saying the track has to be about where I am. So track up there would be pretty safe. Then on the other side, we could connect into the top here, but it might pay just to keep the space science on its own track. In which case, good rail, how did you get up there? In which case, turning at about this point would be fine. Just waiting for these guys to catch up. And of course the inevitable trees. Alright guys, just make a bit of a hole there please. Right, that should actually mean that we have a complete connection from XX optic rug. Space Science unload. Sorry, Space Science load. All the way to... In fact, why am I manually controlling that? All the way to Space Science wait. Space Science load, that will be in under the S's. S for Space Science, where are you? Space, Space Science. Load until inventory full, and then go to Space Science wait until circuit condition. We want to go to the second part of that. Get rid of this ridiculous fuel we're using. Double up the trains. Double them up, multiply them by 4. Right, we've done that already. And that, good. Fuel. At least use rocket fuel. We may improve that later on. Now, what I need is locomotives. Let's run down here, see if there's any spare locomotives. If not, I'll get... we do have locomotives. That's good. So I need... each one is 2. I want, I guess, 6 locomotives and 6 wagons. That's enough for me to create 3 more science trains, 3 more space science trains. You can go into manual mode. I didn't actually check if that was big enough. Hopefully it was. Let's back you up to about there. Now, I could just copy these, but there's only 2 to do per, so it's not such a big deal. Okay. What I want to do is get this guy's formula into here. We're at Space Science wait. We want to go to automatic. I don't know if these are set up correctly yet. Let's set them up correctly. They need publishers. They need this sort of setup. Okay, let us get a train counter, a train publisher, and a couple of decider combinators. I might put these combinators just up here. We need that sort of connection, and we need to read the train contents. What are we doing basically? +1. We are saying for all the sciences 8k is the pickup point. Well, these have to travel a lot further, so it's not going to be 8k. Oh, I've used decider combinators when I probably didn't want chain signals. I probably wanted arithmetic combinators. And there's no fast replace with them, obviously. Okay, you go there, and you go there. So, space science divided by... When do I want to order more? Probably at about, space science divided by minus 20,000. Output space science, just so we know what we're talking about. And you can be 1 plus the space science to give us a P. Do I have a priority for space science? I do not. Okay, let's create a new one. Your resource is space science, your ID is space science, and with a bit of luck, you'll show up there. There it is. So, now a train counter should be showing 0, and a train publisher which will receive the command through there, so it picks up the value from here. Train's on the way, less than P, so it's consistent with everything. And we open that up again, and if that's the case, then order space science. We should be ordering one. What is the problem? The problem is this one is not thinking that it's there, I think. Let's run up there and see if we can sort it out. It's kind of got to arrive in the station to get registered. Something like that. Oh no, that's bad. Space science, wait. No path. Okay, no path. Why is there no path? Looks like there should be a path. This one's on the wrong... No, it's not. This one is on the wrong side. Should be on that side. There we go. There's a path. I've got none. I am heading back. So there'll be an open request here again. And this one's come through, which is good in a way. And bad in a way, because it's going to overload down here. I suppose that's good, mainly. Alright, let's get another train set up. Duplicate this requirement at... Oh, and we have to also remember to restrict the contents. So the first train is getting... sorry, the first block is getting a lot more science than they normally would. As you can see... and this is part of the reason. I don't want a train just sitting here unloading for so long. So... these should all be pretty similar, so if I copy this with a blueprint, what are you of? without that bit. Right. We basically want that bit, I think. And that hopefully is the same on all of these, so if I just come here, it should fit beautifully. And then all I need to do is create a train counter and a train publisher. That's picking up everything, that's generating a P, that's saying nothing, so this one needs space science. Now it should have created a request. It has. Beautiful. And where did that go? There it is. Whoops. This one, some of these robo ports are a little bit out of alignment. Okay. Well, let's do that. And obviously we need red wire from here to here, so for that one we didn't get a freebie. Oh, that's annoying too. These guys couldn't fit, so they will have to be recreated, but that's okay, it's not hard. From there to there to there. And you are connected, you're reading everything, good. Trains on the way, less than P. Call up space science. And you're doing it, and there should just be one more. For now. Looks like that one will work, although it looks like I am actually out of the necessary arithmetic combinators. Okay. There. Do I have any down here? Yes. Let's just order 50 arithmetic combinators. Awesome. What's that flashing thing there? Oh, that's the publishers I've just put in, I think. Not that one. Next one up. So, let's create a train counter and a train publisher and tell you to pick up space science. Right, we are done as far as these stops go, assuming there is no other problem with them. You should have loaded up with 40,000 science. That's quite a lot, isn't it? I might actually tell you to go to manual for a moment. You have a command, so off you go. Let's put another train in here. Set you up. As soon as that one's full, which it is, you can go there. Why are you not moving? Because you're not moving. Why are you not moving? You're not moving because you think you want to go to Science 1, which is interesting. Why do we still have an open request there? We obviously have a train here. one that should go back to Space Science load, because these are easily full enough. We'll let you go down there. Hopefully that will get rid of the Space Science 1 request. Okay. Let me just check the logic. Less than P. P is 1. Space Science is 124,000, according to that. That produces a -6, but it's not going anywhere. Right, that's better. Now you, well, you can go there. You can go to automatic. Good, that's got rid of the 1. Now, where are all the Space Science trains? I need to cut this down a little bit. Shouldn't need all of these requester boxes now. In fact, is what I will do. I will jump on board this train, tell it to go to load. So we really don't need any more down there. I need 3, 4 and 2 to load up in that order with some Space Science. Once they all have some Space Science, we will turn on some infinite research. Okay, over here, what I want to do is get rid of all of those, and all of those, and all of those, and all of those. How full are you? 21,000. So you are basically filling up at the rate of, these are about 30 a second. There's 4 of them each, 120 a second, and you are filling to 40,000, well 20,000 divided by 120 seconds. 20,000 a carriage is 166 seconds, which is about a couple of, it's almost 3 minutes for each one. But I think the turnaround should be fine, I think, because 40,000 is what? It's enough for 6 minutes, actually. 6 and a bit minutes. I think these might be a bit slow. Yes, I think these might be a bit slow. I want them to fill up about twice as quickly as this, I think. 166 seconds. Oh, no. I'm confusing myself. If one of these was providing... If I needed 4 for providing the whole... for providing the full 40,000, then we'd have an issue, but it's not an issue because... it's only 1/4 of the 6,000, so it's only burning through 1,500 in those 6 minutes. So taking a couple of minutes to load up shouldn't actually be a problem. How much science do we have in reserves here? It's that side is down to 28,000. This side is down to 25. And this one is loading up. That one already is loaded. How are our requests going? Space Science 4 is the last one that needs something. The rest of them are lined up here waiting to reload. So I assume you've got no Space Science. Right. So as soon as Space Science 4 has been deployed, we will fire up. And then next episode I will hopefully have finished off this guy, and we can start work on our redesign of red and blue, because there's quite a bit of work there, which is partly why I am keen on seeing this done. And actually, because we are tapping these supplies fairly hard, how about we actually launch? Where's my control? I've got no smarts on this, have I? No. I don't know if I need smarts on it for now. Off you go, boys. So we are just waiting for this train to come in here. I expect UPS is going to have some issues soon. No, we're only at 9 at the moment, so that's pretty good. Construction is still doing something, but yeah, we're going to have some issues soon. How is this guy? He's unloading. He's only just started. These have, oh yeah, they all do. Alright guys, are you ready for it? Are you ready for some infinite research? How's F5 going? 10 now. We wait till this guy's done. I don't think we need to. Let's get into T. We need to do some worker robot speed research. 4,000 shouldn't even take a single minute. Let's go. Here you are. This is in real time, guys. 4,000. Normally, worker robot speed 6 is only 1,000, but since we are doing marathon tech prices, it costs us a little bit more. How are we doing? We're still only 9, that's great. And there's worker robot speed 6 done. Alright, worker robot speed 7 is 8,000 because they just keep doubling. Let's go. Sorry, worker robot speed 7 is 8,000. Now you get quite a good boost. You get plus 65% every time you do this, which is why it makes so much difference to do it. It is taking slightly longer this time. Let's have a look at the rockets launching, because that's a little bit more interesting. So the factory will slowly start kicking up its production. Yeah, it's doing nothing at the moment because we have buffered science. And these ones are ticking up very nicely. But we know we don't have enough oil for the rocket fuel. We know we don't have... Well, I'll tell you now, we don't have enough red circuits because these stacks... this stack is about 40,000 and I think I need 55,000. Oh, let's do the next one, 16,000. And green circuits is pretty marginal actually. I'm not sure that we have enough, but we'll worry about that in the next episode. Worker robot speed 8 is 16,000 science. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue for us. How is our supply over here? This is the one that's probably most likely to be struggling with science. It's not struggling at all. So we've done, what have we done? We've done 4 and 8. We've done 12,000 science, but each of these have only done about 3,000 science. So bots are handling it easy. Oh, that one, is that all the bots? 585, is that the bots? 5, oh, so I've only got like 500 bots in each of these. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, the bots are getting better at doing it. They're probably, you can probably almost tell that they're moving faster now. That's awesome, guys. That is awesome. How is production? We're starting to get some numbers, not very much though. That's still almost nothing. There you go. See, 60 UPS at 6 launches per minute, 6,000 science per minute. Yeah, we're running on buffered science. It's not always going to be the case, but it is now. This one needs to be started up. Lots of things to do. Don't get upset with me if I've finished off a few more of the worker robot speeds. But that's all we've got time for in this episode. So I will catch you in the next one. How much have we got left? 16,000 should have been just under 3 minutes. I didn't start a stopwatch, but I'm guessing that it's sticking to that time. Actually, if we have a look at P, we can have a look at the consumption. And you can see that all the sciences are just... Oh, let's go 1 minute so that it's steady. 6,000. Now they're dropping off because we haven't been fast enough to turn on the next one. Anyway, there you go, guys. We will catch you in the next. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye bye for now.